wanted to make sure I asked, because you have dealt both with your own worlds. To the best of my knowledge, Cress Watercress is entirely original. Everything here is a Gregory Maguire original, as opposed to Wicked, or your book about the Nutcracker, the
Right.
Confessions of a Stepsister. I say a Wicked Stepsister.
Yeah.
Where you're playing with IP that we're all somewhat familiar with. How does that change your approach when you've got some responsibility, where you could take Elphaba wherever you want, but sooner or later she's gotta end up in front of Dorothy and the characters we love that have come down the Yellowbrook Road. You can't change that. You're gonna end up there.
Right.
How much freedom? Yeah, what responsibility do you have to the original IP, and then how much freedom do you have within that versus something like Cress Watercress, where it's all new, you can go anywhere you want?
Well, different people would answer that question differently. If something is in the public domain, like The Wizard of Oz was when I started writing Wicked, then I could have done anything. I didn't have to bring the witch back to Dorothy. The witch could have killed Dorothy with a shotgun. And that's how the book could have ended. There would be nothing stopping me from doing that if that's what I wanted. But in fact, because of the reason that I write, one of the reasons that The Wizard of Oz intrigues me at all, or Peter Pan, or the Nutcracker, or the Grimm fairy tales, is that I want to honor the stories, and I want to honor the impulses of the original writers. So I feel a personal obligation to stay within a certain parameters, certain barriers. I can change, I can make changes, I can throw out things that don't mean anything to me, I can create shades of meaning, I can introduce new characters, but I will try to stick to the basic framework of the original story, so that one could take like an acetate overlay, like if you have a high school biology textbook and you have the endocrine system, and then you flip over the acetate overlay and you put on the circulatory system, and then you put on another acetate overlay and you have the musculoskeletal system. So I try to put on new systems, but I try to keep to the same basic form and framework of the original. That's the way I like to work. Other people might work differently. On the other hand, when I write Cress Watercress or other books I've done, which are entirely original, I am emboldened to do anything that I want, and I am beholden, sorry about the noise, Cinderella's bells, I am beholden to what the meaning of the story requires in order that the meaning land with as much oomph as possible. Those are my only regulations. I could have, at the end of Cress Watercress, I could have brought Elphaba in, and I could have brought in, the president of Bolivia. I could have brought in an alien spacecraft, that was going to take all the animals away to another planet. I wanted to stay within the parameters that I had set up for myself, but I wanted the reader to get something that I intended to give him or her. And that has that wanting, that delivery, that inclination to deliver the goods is part of my instruction, and they're self-imposed borders that I put down for myself.